We are Fortitude Re, a leading global provider of reinsurance solutions. Our clients' promises to their policyholders are our priorities. To better understand who we are, we'd like to share the story of what we do. The first step in our industry begins when a person or business buys an insurance policy from an insurance company. Today, we'll imagine an insurer-purchaser named John. When John buys a life insurance policy from Happily Insured Incorporated, he's buying a promise that if something unexpected happens, his family will be taken care of financially. Fortitude Re's process begins here, because our work would not exist without the initial relationship between the person or company that purchases a policy and their insurance company. When an insurance company underwrites policies for various risks, it assumes a certain level of financial exposure. To mitigate this risk and avoid potential financial strain from large-scale claims, insurance companies turn to us for help. Step 2 is when we get involved. When insurance companies decide to re-strategize, Fortitude Re comes in to make it happen. Dozens of members of Fortitude Re's team, from corporate development to operations, get involved in this part of the process. At this point, Happily Insured Incorporated has policies, assets, and liabilities they are ready to sell or transfer via what's known as a reinsurance agreement. Fortitude Re determines whether it's interested in acquiring an insurance company's assets and liabilities by using two processes: origination and due diligence. Origination is a matching process where deal opportunities come to Fortitude Re from an insurance company, banks, brokers, our own research, and relationships. Due diligence is the exchange of information, like financial projections, policy forms, actuarial reports, asset listing, and experience data, between Fortitude Re and Happily Insured Incorporated. This step gives us the ability to offer an accurate quote for liabilities we intend to bid on. In the event of a large deal, almost every department within our company is involved in the process. Once due diligence is complete, the quote is sent over for consideration. Step 3 begins when Fortitude Re's offer is selected. Our hard teamwork paid off, and the process continues. When our offer is picked, insurance companies pay us to take on block liabilities from the policies they are selling. We also handle sidecar and flow business, but that's a topic we'll cover on another day. If Happily Insured Incorporated chooses Fortitude Re's offer, we sign a contract that sends us into the onboarding process. Fortitude Re will then receive cash assets and liabilities from Happily Insured Incorporated, and in return, we give them our reinsurance promise and technical support. Step 4 is the liability valuation, a process where the actuarial valuation team performs super brainy calculations that help determine how much money we need to cover all the liabilities we took on from Happily Insured Incorporated. The actuarial valuation team is essential to the life of our business because of the ongoing calculations they perform. In support of these calculations, the actuarial modeling team forecasts any potential future responsibilities so that we can fulfill our obligations no matter what lies ahead. During the liability valuation phase, the actuarial data, actuarial experience studies, assumption, and IT teams take center stage, ensuring the data inputs and calculations are correct. Step 5 begins when the investments team determines the appropriate target strategic asset allocation, or SAA, for the investment portfolio of the new block of business. The SAA dictates what type of assets are in the portfolio, typically public and private fixed income assets and alternatives. Fortitude Re partners with various investment managers, including the Carlyle Group, to originate and oversee portions of the incoming asset portfolio. And when Fortitude Re takes control of the assets upon closing, we work with these investment managers to implement investment strategies outlined during due diligence. This step launches the asset rotation process, which transforms the transfer portfolio into a new and improved portfolio of better assets. As the portfolio reaches its target state, the investments team continues to monitor and maintain it, making strategic and tactical adjustments necessary in response to changing market conditions or the evolving liquidity needs of the business. The team seeks to manage risk prudently while generating an acceptable investment return for Fortitude Re stakeholders. Step 6 involves claims administration and settlements, which brings us back to John and Happily Insured Incorporated. In the event that something unexpected happens to John, beneficiaries will receive benefit payments as called for under the insurance policy. This money can help cover things like funeral expenses, mortgage payments, and other financial responsibilities, easing their burdens during a difficult time. With any qualifying event that leads to benefits being paid to the customer, the ultimate cash payout and any adjustments may vary. The contracts between the original insurance company and its customers generally define those benefit payments. The agreement between Fortitude Re and such insurance company determines the payment amount made by Fortitude Re to the insurance company for each qualifying event. When payouts from Fortitude Re do occur, assets may have to be sold to raise cash for claim payments. In some cases, Happily Insured Incorporated would make payments to Fortitude Re. The actuarial and in-force management teams make sure payments align with contracted agreements. The reinsurance operation team manages the payment timeframe, and the treasury team handles movement of funds. After fulfilling its contractual obligations to its business partners, Fortitude Re also has many other responsibilities to its investors, regulators, and to our own people. Step 7 is where we fulfill these obligations. Different teams deliver reporting for investors and regulators, and Fortitude manages its own internal general operating expenses, such as payroll, utilities, taxes, and IT services. Several teams are involved in this step, including people and culture, expense management, treasury, and accounts payable. Our 8th and final step involves how we handle our surplus assets and excess capital. As time passes, our business generates profits that are accumulated as surplus assets. The capital management team analyzes our assets and liabilities to determine excess capital. The treasury team determines our excess liquidity. And the strategic finance team develops long-term financial plans to help our executives evaluate how best to optimize and deploy our excess capital liquidity, either paid out to investors as dividends or reinvested into the company to acquire more new deals. Deploying our excess capital back into new deals resets our business cycle right back to Step 2 and the deal origination process. Congratulations! We made it through our 8-step process. Thank you for the valuable role you play in our success story.